welcome back, listeners. I'm Robin Black, and this is It's All About Healing podcast. In today's episode, in between programmed weakness and self-pity. Now, one of my episodes, having feelings versus being in your feelings, I received a lot of questions, but one that stood out was, how do I stop feeling alone when I can't express myself? And I asked my client, I said, why do you feel alone? Why do you feel that you can't express yourself? And they said, because everyone will see it as a weakness. And that's one of the biggest issues in the world today, right? The world has programmed emotion as a weakness. And that doesn't make any sense because we're all human, right? You're going to feel emotions. You're going to have emotions. It's like when expressing vulnerability, right? It has this big sign that just says, stop. Don't ever say how you're feeling, especially if you're a man, right? They always just kind of down men for having feelings, but they have feelings too. And you know what I mean? They can't pretend that they don't. There's a limit to what we may share with others, but there's no limit to what you share with God. You can share absolutely anything with him. You have to let your feelings out. Otherwise, you end up with regrets, constantly thinking about the what ifs, or I should have, I could have, or you may stay in this constant battle of self-pity, right? I'm not good at this. All I want to do is stay in bed and watch TV. You know what I mean? Go on without me. You guys just go have fun without me. I don't need to go out. I don't want to weigh you down. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I wouldn't ever be a good friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. I know there are many that are out there feeling this way. And that's okay. It's a normal feeling, right? Because we all have probably had that feeling or currently having issues with that type of feeling. And we're going to fall into depression and all different types of things, right? You have to That's the feelings that you get when you refuse to feel your feelings, though. It causes you to be in your feelings, and then it's displayed poorly around others, right? Holding things in is what makes us sick. Stress will cause all kinds of issues and illnesses, but stuffing our feelings also pushes some to look for temporary fixes, which then those temporary fixes lead to addictions, right? Drugs, alcohol, food, and sex. Numbing the pain will never fix the problem. It only fixes it temporarily and only fixes it, surface level. You're not going to get anywhere deep. You have to heal. Just like Mark Twain said when he said the two most important days of our lives are the day that we're born and the day that we find out why. We were born into darkness and had to learn how to adjust, right? When we're children, I believe we're still kind of in the middle, right? We're in the middle of the spiritual realm and the physical realm. I feel that's why children have imaginary friends and why children seem to have so many nightmares. Maybe they really are seeing things on the other side still that we simply cannot see. And it's even funny talking to children because they will say whatever comes to mind, but it's also amazing to hear how they view the world. How it's so easy for them to speak their minds and how resilient they are. That's absolutely resilience to me is a gift because it takes a lot the older we get to try to come back from if someone hurts our feelings. When someone hurts your feelings when you're a kid, you just kind of brush it off because you're too young to try to know how to comprehend, oh, this person hurt my feelings. You'll go back the next day when you're 4 or 5 years old and you'll just go back playing. You don't even think anything of it, and it's like, it makes me think of when you're getting ready to go to bed, you turn off the lights and your eyes have to adjust to the darkness. And then once you've been in the dark for too long, they have to readjust to the light again when you get ready to turn the light switch on. But readjusting to the light from the darkness, it hurts. It even will piss you off first thing in the morning. Turning on that light first thing in the morning, you're liable to cuss some people out. Like that's that turning on that light when you are not ready to wake up. It is very frustrating, or it can be very frustrating. But I feel that that's God's way of showing us that we all have a choice. You can still adjust no matter what. But which one are you wanting to adjust to? Are you wanting to adjust to the darkness, or are you wanting to adjust to the light? Choosing the light, that you're wanting to heal. You're wanting to release all of these old beliefs and stop listening to what the world is saying. It'll be hard. Yes. It's going to be very, very hard. It's going to be very irritating, but you will get through it. No matter what the world is saying around you, it's about cutting off those distractions, because that's all they really are. Everything that people are saying around you, they're all distractions. They don't want you to realize that you can heal. The enemy will never want you to realize it is possible to still heal. It's possible to still feel my feelings, express them, and still be okay. But you don't have to just express them with any and everybody. God, he still tells us to pray constantly for spiritual discernment. You got to have that discernment always, because being vulnerable with the wrong people isn't going to be the right thing to do. And I get that. And I understand how that could sometimes be very confusing, but that's why you have to go to him. Share everything that you are feeling with him. You will never have to worry about ever being judged. There are a lot of people who will tell you to just do this and do that. You'll achieve this. You'll achieve exactly what it is that you're searching for, or just do this. And in 3 days, you will have this outcome that you're looking for. Negative. Absolutely not. Life will never work like that, because one, God is the only one with all the answers. Anyone in this world that tells you that they have an exact answer is wrong. They're lying to you, because God is the only one with the answers. He is your beginning and your end. So why not go directly to the source? And two, everyone's path in life is different. What works for me may not work for you. I am here as a guide, and that is my job. That is the job that God has given to me. That is it. So please don't allow anyone to make you feel less than just because you're feeling a certain type of way. Or if you're in a relationship and every time you want to express your feelings and the other party gets upset or makes you feel afraid to express your feelings, or just completely belittles your feelings, maybe take a step back. Talk to God first and ask him what you should do. He will give you an answer every time, I promise. It's just, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to receive it? And once you receive it, are you willing to apply it? That's the number one question, is every lesson that you learn, did you apply that lesson, or did you apply that lesson? But that's all I have for you today again. So keep these questions coming. I love it. It's new. I really like it. I'm enjoying it. So I greatly, greatly appreciate you for that. But be a guest on the show or book your one-on-one. Again, go to www.itsallabouthealingpodcast.com. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Stay blessed.